Back to Weird Time. Today we're diving deep into one of the most fascinating and controversial theories out there, the idea that CIA has used Hollywood to disseminate propaganda and shape public opinion. Is it just a wild conspiracy, or is there truth behind the smoke and mirrors? Let's find out. To understand this theory, we need to go back to the origins of Hollywood and the CIA. During World War II, Hollywood played a crucial role in boosting morale and supporting the war effort. Films like Casablanca and Yankee Doodle Dandy weren't just entertainment, they were tools of persuasion. But it didn't stop there. After the war, the Cold War began, and the newly established CIA, created in 1947, had a mandate to influence global public opinion. This was the beginning of a covert relationship between Hollywood and the government. One of the most infamous examples of this relationship is Operation Mockingbird. This was an alleged CIA program that began in the late 1940s, aimed at manipulating news media and entertainment to spread propaganda. The CIA allegedly recruited journalists and infiltrated media organizations to control the narrative. The operation reportedly involved hundreds of journalists and media outlets. But what about Hollywood? During the Cold War, Hollywood became a battleground for ideological warfare. Anti-communist sentiment was at its peak, and films and TV shows reflected this. Movies like The Manchurian Candidate and Red Dawn weren't just stories. They were part of a larger effort to influence public opinion against communism. There are claims that the CIA had a hand in shaping these narratives, but the CIA's involvement in Hollywood didn't end with the Cold War. In fact, some argue that it's more prevalent today than ever. Take Zero Dark 30, for example. This film, which depicts the hunt for Osama bin Laden, was made with significant input from the CIA. Declassified documents reveal that the agency provided filmmakers with information and access to create a more realistic portrayal. There are numerous declassified documents and credible sources that support the theory of the CIA's involvement in Hollywood. For instance, journalist and author Tom Secker has uncovered extensive evidence of the CIA's influence on various films and TV shows. Psychological operations, or PSYOPs, are a core component of modern warfare. The goal is to influence the perceptions and behavior of populations. Hollywood, with its global reach, is an ideal tool for such operations. The film Argo, which tells the story of the Iranian hostage crisis, is another example. It was made with significant assistance from the CIA. The agency even awarded its highest honor, the Intelligence Star, to Tony Mendez, the real-life CIA operative portrayed in the film. The impact of Hollywood's portrayal of the CIA and other government agencies on public perception cannot be overstated. These portrayals shape how we understand real-world events and government actions. When we see the CIA portrayed as heroes in films, it reinforces a specific narrative. But what happens when the agency's actions in real life are more controversial or ethically dubious? Of course, not everyone agrees with the theory that the CIA uses Hollywood for propaganda. Critics argue the cooperation between Hollywood and the government is simply for accuracy and realism. Filmmakers often seek input from the CIA to ensure that their portrayals are realistic. This collaboration, they argue, is no different from consulting experts in other fields. Let's look at some real-life stories that add weight to this theory. Francis Ford Coppola, the legendary director of Apocalypse Now, revealed that the CIA approached him to make changes to his film to better serve American interests during the Vietnam War. Although he resisted, it's a clear example of the agency's attempt to influence Hollywood. Oliver Stone, known for his controversial films like JFK and Snowden, has also spoken out about the government's influence in Hollywood. Stone claims that he faced significant pressure and interference while making his films. So, what can we conclude from all this? The relationship between Hollywood and the CIA is complex and multifaceted. While there is credible evidence that the agency has influenced certain films and TV shows, the extent and impact of this influence remain a topic of debate. As viewers, it's crucial to be aware of the potential for propaganda and to approach media with a critical mind. The stories we consume shape our understanding of the world, and it's up to us to seek out the truth behind the fiction. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into Hollywood and the CIA. If you found this video intriguing, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. As always, stay weird.